Hi all, welcome to Math Easy. Today we are going to talk about the GCF of two numbers. What is GCF? GCF is the greatest common factor. What do you mean by that? This means the greatest common factor is the greatest number that can divide two other numbers evenly. There are basically two ways of doing this greatest common factor. One is the prime factorization strategy and other is by finding the factors of those numbers. Now, before starting to know about the prime factorization strategy, first we must know how to do the prime factorization of numbers. I have already uploaded a video about the prime factorization and I have provided the link in the below description. I would recommend you to check it before starting this video. Now let us go to the prime factorization strategy for the greatest common factor of numbers. So, to find the prime factorization strategy, let me give you with examples. Consider the number 12 and 24. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to find the greatest common factor, GCF of the two numbers 12 and 24. For example, using the prime factorization strategy method. Now, 12, you can write it as 6 times 2. Now this 2, it is a prime number. What about 6? It is a composite number. It is not a prime number. So you break the 6 to 3 times 2. Now 3 and 2 both are prime numbers. You know prime numbers has only two factors, the number itself and number 1. So now the prime factorization of 12 is equal to 3 times 2 times 2. Okay. Now let us do prime factorization of 24. This 24 can be written as 6 times 4. 6 was a 24. Now what about 6? Is it a prime number? No, it's a composite number. So you have to break it as multiplication of two prime numbers, 3 and 2. Now this is a prime number, this is a prime number. And now we will break 4, which is a composite number. So you have to break it as prime numbers. That is 2 times 2. Now this is a prime number, this is a prime number. So what is the prime factorization of 24 now? 24 can be written as 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. That is this 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. That is the multiplication of the prime numbers. This is called the prime factorization strategy. Now here you can see in 12 and 24, to find the GCF, let us round the common numbers in both 12 and 24. Here you can see 3 is common in both 12 and 24. Let us round that first. Now what about this? 1, 2 is there. Here in 24 also 1, 2 is there. Now round that also. Now here 1, 2 is there. There is one more 2 here. So round that also. Now there are no other numbers for 12. There is 1, 2 here. You should not use this. Now how to find the GCF of this? To find the GCF, what you have to do is, if we have two common numbers in both, just write it once. That is, if there are 2 3s, just write 1 3 to find the GCF. If there are 2 2s, just write 1 2. Here 2 2s are there, just write 1 2. This doesn't have a pair, so you should not use it. Now what is 3 times 2? 6. 6 times this 2, which is equal to 12. So what is the GCF of 12 and 24? It is going to be 12. Now let us see more examples. Now we will put for example two numbers 30 and 40 using the prime factorization strategy method. Now 30 can be written as 3 times 10. 3 is a prime number, so you cannot break it. What about 10? It can be broken as 5 times 2. So these two are prime numbers. So what is the prime factorization of 30? It is 3 times 5 times 2, right? Now let us consider the number 40. You know 40 can be written as 4 times 10. Again, 4 is it a prime number? No. Again, it can be broken down into prime, right? 2 times 2. What about 10? That also can be broken down to prime numbers. So what are all the prime numbers here? 2, 2, 5, 2. So how can you write the prime factorization of the number 40? You can write it as 2 times 2 times 5 times 2. Now what is the next step? You just circle the numbers that are common in both. So how to circle? Do you have a 3 here? No, we don't have. Do you have a 5 here? Yes, we have a 5. So just circle these 5s, right? And there is one more 2 here. So we have a 2 here also. Just circle those. So what about this 3? There is no common pair in this. What about these two 2's? There is no common pair in the 30s. So we should take only the common numbers in both 30 and 40, which is 5 and 2. Now what is the next step? You have to, if there are two numbers which are common in both, just write it once. So 2 5s are there, just write 1 5. 2 2's are there, so you just write 1 2. 5 times 2 is 10. So what is the greatest common factor of 30 and 40? It's going to be 10. So you have understood about the prime factorization strategy now, I guess. Now we can see the next strategy where you will use the factors of the numbers to find the GCF. So basically there are two strategies. You can use any of this. Both will give you the same results and both are easy also. Now consider the number 27 and 3. Now, till now we used the prime factorization strategy. This time we are going to write the factors of these numbers to find the GCF. Now, what are all the factors of 27? You know, 1 times 27 is 27. I am giving the space in between so that you can write the other factors also. So 1 times 27 is 27. Whether 2 will go in this? No. Now the next number will be 3. 3 times 9 will give you 27. What about other? 4, no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 already we wrote. So the factors of 27 will be 1, 3, 9 and 27. So only 4 factors. So now let us see what are all the factors of 3. You know 3 is a prime number. So it has only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Right? Now, how to find the GCF of these numbers? To find the GCF, you have to see the number, greatest number which is common in both. Here you can see what are all common. 1 is common, 3 is common. Other than that, there are no other common numbers, right? Here, the greatest factor will be the biggest number that is common in both. Here, 1 and 3 is there. In this, the bigger one is 3. So, the GCF will be 3 using the factor writing strategy. Now, we will see one more example in this strategy. Say, 33 and 15. Let us see for these two numbers using the factor writing method. What are all the factors of 33? 1 times 33 is 33. And what about 2? It won't go. What about 3? 3 times 11 is 33. Well, are there any other factors? 4 won't go, 5, no, 6, 7, no, nothing will go. Only 4 factors are there for 33. Now, what about 15? For 15, 1 times 15 is 15. It won't go in 2. What about 3? 3 times 5. 4 won't go, 5 already we wrote, then finally 15. So, there are mainly 4 factors for these two. Now, let us round the common numbers. Common numbers are 1 and again it's coming 3. There are no other common factors in this. So we have to, for finding the GCF, we will just take the biggest number. Biggest number in this is going to be 3. So 3 is the greatest common factor. I will give you one more example. Now let us see the number 12 and 24 using the factor by writing the factors. 12, it is 1 times 12. Into, it will be 6. For 3, it will be 3 times 4. There are no other factors. 7, others won't go. Again goes 6, then 12. So these are all the factors of 12. Now what are all the factors of 24? 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 8 3s are 24, 4 times 6. That's it, right? So these are all the factors of 24. Now what is the next step? Circle the common numbers. 1 is a common number, 2 is a common number, 3 it's a common number, 4 is common, 6 is common, 12 is common. So to find the GCF of 12 and 24, as I told you, among these circled numbers, you have to take the biggest number, that is 12. That is how you find the GCF of numbers. Okay, hope you have understood about the greatest common factor of two numbers. I will do GCF of 3 numbers in the next video. If you like this video, please subscribe to Math Easy channel and push the like button. Thanks for watching.